Welcome, everybody. Great to see you. Wonderful to be with you on our March Fitness and Nutrition Made Simple. It is a privilege to be with you. Welcome to our new folks. Let's give them a round of applause for our new folks being here. And how about our alumni? Let's give yourself a round of applause for being here. Great to be with you guys. Super excited. We've got a lot to talk about today. I'm going to just dive in. And Crystal and Stephanie, and I'm not sure if Catherine's going to stick around, but thank you guys for getting us started. And very appreciative. You're always great to see you guys. So guys, we're gonna be talking about some fun stuff today. In fact, I've got a story to share with you. I think you're gonna find really, really motivating and exciting. I'm gonna share a woman by the name of Suzelle. I'm going to share her story with you. I think it's going to be very inspiring, but we're going to talk about how to make fitness and nutrition balanced. Some of the nutrition information I'm going to share with you, I really hope it's helpful. I'm going to give you some simple takeaways for your nutrition. But before we do that, a couple of things. For our new folks, we want to make sure that you're able and ready to exercise with us. Most of the exercising that we do is really at a beginner or intermediate level. So we want to just make sure that you're safe. So if you wouldn't mind, please make sure to answer this questionnaire that will ask a few questions related to your own physical health, especially if there's any condition that you may have that your doctor would prohibit you from exercising. It's really important that, again, you may just want to watch the activities as opposed to participating. So before we dive in, I'd love for you in chat right now, everybody, or go unmute yourself and you can let us know one win from the last 4 weeks. Like we talked last month or in February, we were talking about heart health. We were talking about how to improve our nutrition and also our fitness in relationship to having a healthier heart. So I'd love for you in chat just to share one thing, one win, one thing that you could celebrate from the last 4 weeks. It could be anything. Could be I started to walk a little bit more, or maybe I began to really look at my nutrition when it related to my heart health. So I'd love for you in chat, or if you want to just unmute yourself, we'd love to hear.
Good.
Nice to meet you. Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you. Pictures?
You didn't have the place.
No.
I think I hear somebody chatting, but I'm not.
Wait, yeah, I just muted Roman.
Got it. Anybody have something they want to share? I see, let's see. Anyway, Bernadette, I see you there, kid. What you got a win for us?
Yeah, I have been mindful of what I eat.
Great. So,
Less fat, reduce my cholesterol.
excellent.
Have something in the chat. Drew said that he cleaned out the back of his garage that had turned into a junkyard, and now it is clean and neat. And I'm sure that took a lot of effort and work and some sweat. So that's good. And Bernadette said, I have been mindful of my intake of food.
Great. Really good. Oh, that's excellent, Bernadette. Thank you for sharing that. And Drew, this is why we exercise, right? So we can do things like that. Go and clean out the garage, right? I mean, that takes a lot of effort and a lot of energy. So well done. Anybody else want to share? Because it's always inspiring to hear what others are doing, no matter how small it may be.
We have something else in the chat. Alfredo said, I've been walking the last few weeks for 1 hour.
Way to go, Alfredo. Way to go. Good. Anybody else? I love it. Well, for our new folks, just so you know, we usually start off our session just to talk about some of the wins. I think, Jeanette, did you want to share something?
Oh, I'm working on being more consistent about exercising. So even when I feel like I don't really want to move, I'll try to make that effort, or I will get up and do that jogging in the commercials as I fast forward through the commercials.
Oh, good. I love it, Bernadette. Thank you. That was Jeanette, right?
Jeanette.
Yes.
Way to go. Fantastic. Anybody else want to share before we dive into our discussion today? Rachel, how you doing, kid? You good? Good to see you. Oh, Rachel said, I had been having
She
trouble
put
with
something
my,
in the chat.
after increasing movement and exercise.
Oh, sorry.
I noticed that I'm able to bend. Yay, bend your knees. You know, it's interesting, guys. We'll talk more about this in actually, I think, another 2 months. We're going to be really diving into joint health, strengthening our bones, and also our joints, specifically our knee joint or shoulder, right? One of the best things you can do, guys, believe it or not, is to move your body. And to Rachel's point, it's like putting oil. Do you remember the movie The Wizard of Oz? Do y'all remember The Wizard of Oz?
Mhm.
Remember when the Tin Man was stuck and couldn't move? Do you remember what his first words were? Do you remember? Does anybody have trivia? Trivia. Put your answer in chat. What did the Tin Man say? His first words. I'm going to give it a few seconds to see if anybody remembers that one. What did the Tin Man say? Jeanette, you are so close. So close, Jeanette. You're really right on. He said, oil can. Oil can. He was trying to tell them, hey, there's an oil can down there. Can you give me some oil in my joints so I can move? And that's what exercise is. Physical motion is like lotion to the joint. It literally is like putting oil in a Tin Man. So we'll talk much more about that, but thanks for sharing that, Rachel. I love it. I love it. Yeah, Drew said rusted. Yeah, he was definitely rusted. Definitely rusted. That's good. Anybody else have anything to share before we dive in? All right, well, let's get to it. And if you have a win that you want to share later, don't hesitate. I love this quote, guys, by Albert Einstein. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Right? Isn't it true? Like when you're riding a bike, you have to keep moving or else you're going to fall. And it's like life. The more we move, the better life is. So I'm so happy that you're here. So thankful that you're joining us. We're going to be diving in today, guys, and I'm going to share with you this beautiful young lady. She's now 80. This picture was taken when she was, I believe, 77 or 78 years old. Her name is Suzelle. I'm going to share a video with you towards the end of our session today that you are going to be blown away by. And I think she will be a great example to all of us of just simple things that we can do to stay young and healthy and physically fit. So we'll come back to Suzelle in just a little bit. Today, we're going to be talking, guys, about how to balance. And balancing is such an important activity. In fact, you guys want to do something real quick? Stand up for me. Stand up from your chair. And I would love for you just to position your hands just like this. Or if you feel more stable and you'd like to, you can put your hand on your desk or on a chair. And all I want you to do is raise your right or left leg up towards your inner thigh, just a little bit off the ground, about 3 inches off the ground. And see if you can stand like this or with your hands out. That's fine too. And just hold that position. See if you can do that, okay? It may be a little rocky, and that's okay. That's okay. Again, if you want to put your hand on a chair or a desk, that's perfectly fine. Okay, put your foot down. Let's do the other side. Same thing, same thing. Now, guys, believe it or not, you are doing an exercise right now. This is a balance strengthening motion. Now, do you feel like your ankle a little bit wobbly? And maybe you feel a little bit of sense of not being able to balance your body? That's perfectly normal. Perfectly normal. And relax. Okay, before you sit down, give yourself a round of applause. Way to go. Way to go. Have a seat. You just did our first exercise. This is a balancing motion. We're going to be doing a lot of this today. I'm going to take you through it's a balancing workout that I'd like for you to try and do this month. But a couple of things I just wanted to share with you. Couple things about balance. By the time we reach our 50s, our ability to balance is already beginning to decline. Did you know that? And there's a couple of things that accelerate loss of balance, and there's a couple of things that we can do to reverse that. So wherever you may be right now relating to your balance, we can actually improve it. And I'm so glad you're here today because that's what we're going to do. A couple of other things. I just want to share with you a few stats. 1 in every 4 Americans 65 years and older will fall every year and less than half tell their doctor. So we all have maybe experienced some stumbling, and that's, again, not abnormal. It happens. Falling once doubles your chances of falling again. Now, we're talking about someone that has actually had a significant spill or fall. And then this stat is interesting. 1 out of 5 falls cause a serious injury, such as a broken bone or a head injury. Or I just had my dear friend of mine, actually a business partner of mine who I've known since high school. His mother just fell, and unfortunately, she was injured pretty significantly. Thankfully, she's okay, but she had a head injury from her fall. So balancing, guys, if there were nothing else that exercise did for us than improve our balance, it's worth doing. And we're going to talk today about how do we help our balance from a fitness perspective, but then we're going to also talk about how do we balance our nutrition. I'm going to share with you, I believe, one of the best nutritional strategies to help you balance your nutrition and your diet. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. And then last stat, every year, 3 million older or senior individuals are treated in emergency because of falling. So it's really important that we know falling is something that we want to avoid. And the best way to do that is to strengthen what's called our neuromuscular balance or control. And we're going to do that today. I'm going to share with you a lot of that. A couple of things, some other stats that hospitalization happens, 300,000 are basically hospitalized annually. But this is a big one, guys. More than 95% of hip fractures are caused by falling. So if we can avoid that, that's one of our number one goals for this session today, is to really improve our balance. So let's get into it. Let's talk about a couple of things. Why balance? Well, look at these two individuals here. Imagine being able to joyfully and effortlessly dance with your significant other, right? Like if you got a wedding coming up this year, just being able just to do this motion requires strength, balance, flexibility. Let me share with you a couple of other pictures. Imagine happily chasing your grandchildren or neighbors or whatever kids that are in your life, just being able to enjoy that. That requires balance, believe it or not. And I love this picture. What about imagine taking adventures, traveling, hiking, sightseeing? All of this requires balance, especially confidently moving requires balance. And I love this picture. This is probably the best picture of all. Imagine springing back into life, enjoying a balanced and healthy body. So for our first time folks, we are so happy you're here. For our alumni that have been with us for over a year or even a few months, so thankful you're here. This class in particular, and every class, will help strengthen your balance. And we're going to do that today. So I'm going to share with you a workout that you can do anytime, anywhere. And a couple of things I do want to mention when it comes to balancing. What we're going to do today, I'm going to talk to you about what is balance. I'm going to talk to you about how to assess your risk for falling. I'm going to talk to you about really how to improve your balance. We're going to analyze your own fitness routine. I want to really talk to you about what are you currently doing. Some of you are walking, which is fantastic. Some of you are doing strength training, which is fantastic. Many of you may not be doing balance movements, though. We need to start incorporating balance into our routines. So we'll do that. We'll talk about how to test your balance. I'm going to show you how to do that. And then I'm going to show you the benefits of balance training. And then lastly, we'll finish off with some nutrition tips and some fitness tips as well. I'm going to just take one moment to pause to see if any of you have any questions. And I'm going to let my dog in because she's scratching on the door. So I'll be right back. Any questions at all? Or comments? Everybody good? Give me a thumbs up if you're good. All right, I see it. Good, good, good. Awesome. Great. Okay, guys, let's dive in. So first thing I want to do is I want to take you through a workout. I want to share with you, this was information that was actually shared. You can download this PDF. You don't have to memorize this. I'm going to take you through the workout today. I want to show you the actual movements. This is a ballet workout. ballet movements are by far one of the best things you can do for your balance. So I'm going to take you through a ballet workout. In fact, I just want to make sure that everybody's good. Now, you're going to start off in your chair, if you wouldn't mind. So you're going to be seated in your chair. And I want to make sure that you're comfortable. I want you to sit at the end of your chair, guys, okay? Because the first movement we're going to do together is actually a movement that you can do in your chair to maintain or improve your balance, okay? So sit at the end of your chair. We're going to do what's called a chair jack. And what I'd like you to do is just get really comfortable sitting upright. We're going to start, guys, by just doing a little bit of moving our arms and our feet just to warm our body up, okay? Just nice and easy. Believe it or not, you can improve your balance even sitting in a chair, okay? So nice and easy, just go ahead and start moving your feet. I'll get Brooke going here. There we go. Good job. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Good job. Okay, just follow Brooke now. Once she's done that for 30 seconds, the next thing I'm going to have you do is what's called a chair jack. You're going to raise your arms above your head, and you're going to kick both feet out together or 1 foot at a time. Okay, it doesn't really matter if you do 1 or 2 feet. Nice and easy. Just warm your body up, just to wake your body up. Any kind of movement like this is good. Good job, Drew. That's it, guys. Nice and easy. Way to go, Steph. That's it, kid. Good job. Okay, now raising our arms and then bringing our legs in front of us. Now, you can do 1 foot at a time. 1 foot in front, other foot in front. Foot in front, other foot in front. You can do 1 arm as opposed to 2, but this is a great one. Good, Rachel. That's perfect, kid. I love it. Good job, Susie. Good job. Selma, if you want, sweetie, you can just raise 1 arm above your head and then back down. Whatever motion you'd like to do. Good job. Way to go, Steph. Good. So just breathing comfortably, doing that motion, you're going to do that for 30 seconds. Okay, now, believe it or not, you're actually warming your body up doing this motion. Now, let's go back to the chair jogging. Let's go back to the motion. Look at how slowly Brooke's going. That's what we want to do, just to wake it up, okay? Because we're going to go a little faster this time. Second set, I want you to raise, again, either 1 arm or both arms above your head, and then simultaneously either bring 1 foot out or both feet out in front of you, okay? Get ready. We're going to do our second set. We're coming up to it. You guys are doing it. Here we go. Notice how fast Brooke's going. Go at your own pace. Good job. Raising up and kicking out. Good again. It could be alternating feet. Good job. That's it. Good job, Bernadette. Way to go, Jeanette. You guys look good. Keep it going. Way to go, Alfredo. Way to go, Susie. Steph, that's a kid. Good job. As you kick out your legs, you're working your abdominal muscles. You're working your core. Notice how Brooke's leaning back just a little bit, guys, just a little bit. Go slowly, enough to where you can warm your body up. Good job, Rachel. Love it. You guys look great. Good, good, good. And relax. Bring it down slowly, under control, nice and easy. Let your heart rate come down. Do you notice your heart beating a little faster right now? That's normal. Absolutely normal. How are we doing, guys? Okay, don't forget to smile. Good job. Okay, that's it. Good job. Excellent, excellent. Okay, Drew, you ready, bud? Thumbs up. Third set, we're going to go a little faster. Okay, Alfredo? Susie, you ready, kid? I love it. Get that beverage in. Good. We want to make sure we're hydrated. Third set, let's go a little faster if you can. Again, go at your own pace. 1 arm or both arms, 1 foot or both feet out in front. Modify it. Okay, guys, get ready. Here we go. Notice Brooke's going a little bit faster. Go at your own pace. If you just want to move your arms, you can just move your arms. That's fine. Good job, guys. Way to go. I love it. Great work. You guys look fantastic. Good job, Ellie. I love it, Ellie. Thank you. Good job. I love it that I can see you guys on camera. That helps me a lot. Good work. Okay, we're almost finished. Keep going. You're almost done, guys. Way to go, Ellie. Way to go, Susie. Way to go, Steph. I love it, Alfredo. Bernadette, finish strong, kid. Good job, Drew. Go, Rachel. Yay, Jeanette. Way to go, Susie. Good job. You're way to go. That's 3 sets down. 1 more. 1 more. Let your heart rate come down now. All you're doing is warming your body up. This is a cardiovascular exercise. It's normal to feel your heart going. Good job, Catherine. Atta girl. Last one. Now, again, you can raise 1 arm at a time. You can raise both arms at a time. You can put both feet in front of you like Brooke's doing, or one foot out, okay? Modify it based upon how you're feeling. Get ready for our last set. Get ready, guys. Take a deep breath. Almost ready to go. Set and relax your body. And here we go. Good job, guys. Go for it. Again, just raise your arms. Get that blood flowing in your upper body. Good job. Good work. Good. You're looking good, Ellie. That's it, kid. Way to go, Catherine. Love it. Shirley. Way to go, Shirley. I love it. Good job, Susie. Jeanette. That's it, kid. Good job. Now notice, good, Drew. If you lean back like Brooke's leaning back just a little bit, you're going to feel this more in the core, the abdominal muscle. Good job. We're almost finished. Stay with it, guys. About 10 seconds. Oh, that was it. Way to go. Way to go. Give yourself a round of applause. High fives. Now, that's a warm-up. That warms our body up. Now what we're going to do, we're going to stand up. Stand up. I want you to put your chair in a comfortable position. I want you to stand behind your chair. Okay, now, what we're going to do here, I'm going to pause for just 1 second. We are going to do a ballet workout. Now, I'm going to just share with, especially the guys in the class. So one of the toughest classes I ever took in college was, guess what? Ballet. I had injured my knee playing football, and the physical therapist said, you need to take ballet. And I have to tell you, it was the reason why I say it was tough is it was mentally challenging because there are things you had to pay attention to, right? So for example, right now, look at Brooke's feet. Look at her feet. She's turning out, we call this position 1. We're going to be doing a simple plie. Okay, now I want you to watch the motion first. Put your heels together, guys, and then turn your feet out. Now, don't push it too far, enough to where you feel comfortable. But I want to let you know something. This is really cool. Just doing this is a balance movement. Just standing with your feet turned outward like this is a balance motion. Okay, now I'd like you to put your hand on the chair like Brooke's doing as well. And then I want you to watch, and then we're going to try this together. Brooke's going to do in position 1. She's going to place one hand on the chair, other hand on her tummy. And what I want you to do is be upright and tall, shoulders down and relaxed, neck nice and long and strong. Take a deep, deep breath. Inhale, slowly exhale. And what I want you to do is gently, very, very gently, you're going to bend your knees just a little bit, okay? And I want you to watch Brooke here, okay? Nice and relaxed. Standing like this, guys, is, again, an exercise. Just staying here. But remember to keep yourself tall, right? Nice and easy. Get ready. We're about to bend our knees. And here we go. Brooke's going to put her arm down in front to start the motion. Good job. And get ready for it. It's coming. It's coming quick. Here we go. Now, Brooke's doing the balancing segment of it, just holding that position. She's doing it for a while. Here we go. Bend your knees and then together. Good job. Bend the knees just gently. And again, notice you're only going down about 4 inches. And together. It's like a squat, but it's a plie. You're doing a plie. Now, as you get comfortable doing this, guys, you can take that hand off of the chair. But I wouldn't do it yet. Just get used to the motion. Bend the knees a little bit lower. Try and keep your back nice and straight. This is a balanced motion. Alfredo, that's excellent. Really good. Bernadette, I love it, kid. Good job. Drew, way to go. Rachel, I love it, Rachel. Good. Perfect. Notice Brooke's keeping her chin parallel to the floor. Now, raise your arm up, okay? The arm that's not on the chair, I want you to raise the arm up and then back down. Stephanie, that's beautiful. Nice and long and strong with the motion. Good. Now you may start to feel this in your legs, in your quadriceps, your quads, your hamstring, and your glute, right? Good. Reach out with the hand. Nice and gracefully. That was good. Okay, now take a moment. Good job, guys. Now that's a position 1, heels together, toes pointed out. That's position 1. Now we're going to go to position 2. Notice Brooke's posture. She's going to place her feet about shoulder width apart. So walk your feet out. Take a look at your feet. You want your feet to be about shoulder width apart. Keep your hand on that chair for balance, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to do another motion, but now we're going to do it in second position. Again, hand down by our side, other hand on the chair. Okay, and what I want you to do is I want you to go down in a plie and then back up. Good. Down in a plie and then back up. Now notice Brooke's putting a very light amount of weight on the hand on the chair. Now let's try it with the arm. Good, raising the arm up and then back down slowly. Good job, guys. I think you're ready for a little ballet music. Good job, guys. Notice how slowly Brooke's going. Nice and slow. Good. Good job, everybody. Love it. Nice job, guys. Now, Brooke's bringing her arm out to the side now, right? In front. And then relax. Good job, everybody. Okay, take a breather. Way to go. High five, everybody. Now, our third exercise. This is a simple one, but it's challenging. Let me pause for a moment. You're going to stand behind your chair. This is a balancing motion. Look at what Brooke's doing. She's coming up as high as she can on her toes. Heels are off of the ground. Okay? Try that position. I want you to try that. I'm going to start it. We're going to do this for a minute. If you get tired, feel free to come down like Brooke just did. Okay? Hands on the chair. Raise up as high as you can. Hold. Hold and lower down. Try and hold it for about 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and down. Now, as you get stronger, you can actually begin to do this for a longer period of time. Now, watch what Brooke's going to do. Notice how she's alternating her hands. Right hand, and then she's going to put a little bit of weight. Notice she's just on her fingertips. Good job. And I saw it. Jeanette, you did it. You can try and do this without your hands on the chair. That's a balancing exercise, right? Up on both feet, hold, hold, hold. Guys, what about when you're doing the dishes or you're just standing maybe in a line? Just doing this motion is strengthening your neuromuscular control and your balance. Good job. Very nice. So again, hands are gently on the chair, gently on the chair. And if you want, you can do it without your hands. Okay, now let's go back to first position. Notice Brooke's posture now. We're going to go back to first position. Okay, good job, guys. You're looking really good. How are we doing? Everybody good? Okay, I'm going to teach you an exercise called a tendu. Tendu, all this ballet. Now, put your feet first position. You're going to hold on to that chair. I want you to watch Brooke in this position. She's going to place her other hand. She's going to brush the floor with her right foot and then just step out in front, bringing it back. Out in front, back to first position. Now, why are we doing this? We're moving, but balancing. Good. Now, again, bring that foot in front of you and then just drag it back to the first position. Good, guys. Again, one hand on the chair, other hand in front. Just get used to the motion. This is easier to do if you have socks on. And I would encourage you when you do this workout, either do it with bare feet or with socks. Socks are better like on a wooden floor, but be careful. Again, you're just swiping the floor and then push in front and then back. If you're wearing tennis shoes, you can pick your foot up. Now let's do the other leg, same thing. Same thing now, left leg. Now you're going to notice one side is easier than the other. Again, just reach in front of you. You're going to press out, tap the toe, and then come back. Good job, guys. You're looking good. Excellent. This is not an easy motion. The tendu is a little tougher to learn, but it's a good exercise. It works the inner thigh, the outer thigh. It works the whole leg. Good job. Again, if you want to just brush the foot against the floor or just step out in front. Good job. Nicely done, guys. Again, another balancing motion. You're challenging your body by moving at the same time. Good, good, good. Excellent. Well done. Well done. Everybody good? Okay, now we're going to step out to the side. Stay in first position. We're going to step out and then back. Step out and back. Stay with the right leg right now. We're going to step out and back. Good. Again, if you want to try this without too much weight on that chair, just put your fingertips on the chair, step out, and then pull back. Step out and pull back. Now, here's the thing about ballet. It's very repetitive. It's small movements. But guys, the cool thing is when you look at a ballet, male or female, just their body, their symmetry, they're so strong. Their legs are so strong. Their upper bodies are so, really, their posture is beautiful. Now we're going to go to the other leg. We're going to reach out with the left and pull back. We're going to step out and pull back. Good job. Again, stay nice and tall. The tendency is to slouch. Try and keep your body nice and tall. Look at Brooke's shoulders. They're upright. Hand is down by the waist, and the other hand is on the chair, and stepping out and pulling back. Stepping out and pulling back. Good, guys. Every time you do this, you're challenging your balance. Excellent, excellent job. Okay, now let me show you a couple other ones. Now this motion, let me pause this. I want you to get behind your chair. I want you to put your weight on your left leg. I want you to put both hands on top of the chair, and I want you just to gently lower down. Now, you don't have to go as far as Brooke's going. Okay, watch me. I'm just going to go to here, and I'm going to raise my right leg off the ground just a little bit, like 4 to 5 inches off the ground. Hold that, and then come back. That's a balance motion. Okay, give it a try. And again, we're going to hold that position. Brooke's walking her hands down the chair. You can do that if you want. This is a stretch, guys. Just hold that position. Good, good, good. You can hold it for about 10 seconds, ideally. Anywhere from 10 to 30 seconds is ideal. As you get stronger, you can actually go to parallel like Brooke's doing. This is a great balance motion. Really good. Walk your hands up the chair. Hold that steady. Again, just this, you're going to feel this in your back. And also it's good for balance. Switch legs, other side. We're going to again walk our hands down the chair if you want to. Again, go at your own pace, your own level. Some of you are really, really flexible. Some of us are not as flexible, and that's okay. You can improve your flexibility, but notice this is a balance motion. Good job, guys. Well done. One more stretch. One more stretch I want to teach you. And this one you can sit in your chair if you'd like. Go ahead and sit in your chair. This is a piriformis stretch. This is really good for the hip. Now, some of you are going to be able to do this easily, and some of you are not. I, for example, this is hard for me because I've had a couple of knee surgeries. So you may have joint tightness in your knee. But try this, guys. Try to cross your right leg over your left and just gently apply a little bit of pressure on the knee that's crossed, like the right knee. Okay, I'm just going to gently push down a little bit. You're going to feel this in your hip. Okay, this is a really good hip stretch. So you want to hold this for about 15 seconds, 15 to 30 seconds, and just gently allow. Notice Brooke's putting her elbow on top of that leg, just pushing it down just a little bit. Good, Rachel. That's it, kid. Good job, Drew. Again, for some of us, this is not an easy motion to do, but I'd encourage you just practice this when you're sitting down at home watching a movie or something. Cross your leg if you can, and just gently apply okay, key word there, gently apply a little bit of pressure on the leg. As you do that, you're going to feel the hip open, and that's going to help you when you do these ballet movements. Okay, take a deep breath, relax your body. Good job. Let's go ahead and just deep breathe for a moment. Inhale deeply, down and exhale. Good job. Well done, guys. Let's do that again. Inhale deeply, deeply, deeply. Well done. Good work. You guys did so good. I love it. That's our ballet workout. One more time. Inhale deep, stretch, reach up, and give yourselves a round of applause. Way to go. Way to go. So proud of you guys. That was great. Okay, let's do this. I want you to go ahead and make sure that your mute is off, or shoot me a note in chat. How do you feel after doing that little bit of a workout? Let me know. I'd love to hear.
Great.
How's everybody doing? As my little one comes back to the room. Everybody okay?
Doing
Yep.
good.
Now, that was a 10-minute workout. 10-minute workout. Susie, I think you may have unmuted yourself. Did you want to share, Susie?
It was great.
Anybody have any thoughts? Feel free, shoot me. I've seen them coming in here. Catherine, if you're still with us, we can, if you want to read those. I love it. Okay, Susie said warm now. That's good.
Yes.
The whole body's warm.
Ready to start some,
Yeah, a couple people
Housekeeping.
said great.
Love it. Love it. This is good. Good, good. Outstretched is good. Excellent. So we just did about a 10-minute ballet workout. Now, you could repeat that workout and do it again for 20 minutes if you wanted to. But if we're consistently doing that type of a workout, guys, just 10 minutes a day, it will significantly improve your balance. Significantly. Now, you could choose one of the exercises, like simply the heel raise, when you come up on your heels and just stand like that. That's going to improve your balance. I'm going to show you some other balance movements you can do that will help improve your balance. But does anybody else have anything they want to share before we move on? Great job. Really good.
I had some knee challenges, but I had a rooster gel shot in my knee, but I'm getting the range of motion back. So this was really good, this 10-minute. It's really good.
Charlene, is that Charlene?
Yes.
Charlene, thank you. Way to go. I applaud you for coming back after doing any type of surgery. I'm like you. I've had multiple knee surgeries. And again, as we were talking about at the beginning of the class, movement, strengthening, like doing just those simple plies, guys, those simple plies in first position and in second position really strengthens there's a muscle right next to the kneecap. Pretend this is your kneecap. It's right on the inner portion or the medial side. It's called the vastus medialis. And it's a very important muscle that strengthens the knee joint. So doing that little drop, just that little drop. So when you're doing the dishes, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're combing your hair, do that little plie, little bit of plie. It makes a big difference. Thank you, Charlene. That's awesome. Anybody else want to share? How about my guys? I want to.
Bernadette said that her body is heated up.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That is great. Drew, how you doing, buddy? You just did ballet, Drew. What do you think of that?
Actually, it worked real well. I feel good, stretched out.
Good. Good.
It's easy to do. So
I love what you just said there, Drew. It's easy to do, and I want you to incorporate it throughout your day, right? That's one of the big ahas. For most of us, we are sitting a lot. And so just standing up and just doing a little bit of a plie motion or a tendu. I mean, those are two words that you can throw around now. Hey, I just did a plie today, or I did a tendu today. Good, right? Okay, guys, let's get back. I got a lot to chat with you about. Let's dive in and let me go back to the workout. So
Somebody has a question, Sean. Somebody has a question in chat, Eli, but they didn't say what their question was.
Yeah.
yeah, question is on regarding balance. How do you measure your success? Like, how long should you be on one leg? I mean, then you know.
Yeah, Eli, it's Eli, correct? Is that
Correct, Eli, yeah.
Eli, what a great question. I'm going to give you a little of an assessment, and I'm going to give you a test that you can perform on yourself. And that will actually, I would encourage you, even just like once a month, every 4 weeks, to test yourself. One way to measure your balance is the duration that you can hold your balance. A good example, guys, is a sobriety test. A sobriety test, believe it or not, do you know what they're measuring when the officers ask you to perform? Hopefully this has not happened to anyone, but doing this motion or walking with one foot over the other, they're measuring your balance. They're seeing, can you balance appropriately or effectively, or are you impaired, right? And what you will find, there are some tests that you can perform on yourself that will actually show how you're improving your balance. So, Eli, I'm so glad you asked that, because that's one of the things I wanted to share with you guys today. I will do that in just a moment. Any other questions, though, before we move on? This is good. You guys are doing great. Okay, let's dive in, and please don't hesitate to shoot me a note in chat or unmute yourself. So what is balance, guys? This is what the dictionary defines balance as: a physical equilibrium or stability produced by an even distribution of our weight on each side of vertical axis. Okay, woohoo! That's a very complicated idea. It's basically being able to stay stable and strong. So when you step, guys, think of this. When you step off a curb, when you step on a stairwell, you are balancing. And do you ever find yourself stumbling? And we all stumble, everybody stumbles, but those that have good balance catch themselves. Those who do not have good balance will actually fall. So when stumbling is not a problem, but it's catching yourself is the key. And that's one of the reasons why we should do balance training. So one of the things I want to do is I want to do a little assessment with you right now. And this is a written assessment. If you want, grab a pencil, guys, or a pen, and a piece of paper. And on a scale of 1 to 6, never is 1 point and always is 6 points. Okay, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and there's just 5 questions, and I want you to answer as honestly as you can, and we'll get a good idea of where you're starting. So back to Eli's point, this is what we call a baseline. We want to see where you are, and then ultimately how we can improve that. Okay, so let's go to our first question, first statement. You spend the majority of your day sitting down. So what does that mean, majority? Oftentimes, most of us are sitting for 3 hours at a time without really a lot of movement. The average sedentary period of time is about 13 hours a day. That's lying down, sleeping. So if you're sleeping for a good 8 hours, that's lying down or sitting down. How much of your day are you actually watching television or working or writing or doing anything that would be sedentary? So if the majority, anything consistently over 8 hours is the majority of your day. So again, never is 1 point, always is 6 point, or somewhere in between. Okay. Number 2, you do little to no strength training for your lower body and core abdominal muscles. So if, let's say right now, all you're doing is walking. Now, walking's good, don't get me wrong, but one of the things that we've discovered is when you do strength training, like plies, good example, that helps balance. So again, rate yourself. Never is 1, always is 6. Give yourself a score related to, I do little to no strength training for my lower body and my core abdominal muscles. Number 3, walking is your only source of exercise. Now, again, don't get me wrong, keep walking. It is a balance exercise, but studies have shown doing other forms of movement help your balance significantly. So again, rate walking is your only source. And then number 4, your eyesight, you find your challenge with your eyesight, especially you've noticed that changing. That does affect our balance, believe it or not. And again, it's something that we all deal with. It's something that we all may be challenged with to some degree, but your eyesight can affect your balance significantly. And then number 5, you're anxious about falling. This is an interesting statement. I've noticed as I've gotten older, I'm 58, I am very mindful when I'm stepping. Like we have a pool, and as I'm cleaning that pool, I have to step over our jacuzzi, and I'm really mindful about when I'm stepping. When I was younger, I didn't think about it. I just stepped. But now I'm aware of my stepping. Now, it's a good thing to be aware, but then the anxiety can come over, and that can affect, believe it or not, your stability. So rate yourself on that one, again, 1 to 6. And I want you to total up your score, guys. Total up your score. And again, this is just a very subjective assessment, but it will give you a little bit of an idea. Here are your results. Okay, if you scored 5 to 14, you're ready to begin training. You're ready to begin some balance training. I would highly recommend doing balance work. If you're 15 to 19, you're supporting your current balance. You're doing pretty well, but you still would benefit from balance training. Now, if you're 20 to 23, you have been slowing your balance age. That's meaning in many ways you're younger. You've been improving your balance age. And then if you're 24 to 30 or above that, you are reversing your aging process. You're actually getting younger with your balance. I've seen this happen as a trainer. I've had clients come to me, guys, in their 80s, and balance is not good. And literally within 6 weeks, I see them so much younger, like physically in their 50s or 40s. Significant improvement just by doing the things we're talking about today. Catherine, I see you smiling. Did anything come in that you want to talk about, Catherine? Okay, good. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of things to be mindful of. What are the factors that influence your balance the most? And we've talked about these. Intrinsic, meaning internal, history of falling, fear of falling, being sedentary. One of the worst things, guys, we could do is sitting all day long. Really one of the worst things we could do for our balance. Lower body and core. When I say core, guys, I'm referring to, and I'll point you to it, your abdominal muscles. This is part of your core, your hip, and your lower back. This is your core. The stronger this is, and do this for me, everybody. Raise your right hand up like this with your finger like this. This is what I want you to do. I want you to take your finger and I want you to bring it down. And I want you to just poke your tummy. Just poke your tummy. What you're doing is you're feeling your abdominal muscles. These muscles, and again, they're muscles, can become much stronger just by doing some of the motions that we did today already, right? If you do them regularly, they will strengthen your balance, okay? Taking medication, your gait, and what I mean by gait is how you walk. As we get older, I've noticed this with myself, my knees sometimes are sore, and so I'll shorten my gait, right? What I mean by that is I'm stepping in a shorter level. Now, after I exercise and my body's warmed up, I'm elongating. I notice it. I'm stepping longer strides, much stronger strides. So very important to know that your gait, the way you're walking, can affect. Believe it or not, nutritional deficiencies, which we're going to talk about, visual problems, eyesight, super important. So again, paying attention. Foot problems. If you've had any foot issues, get them taken care of, guys, because that can affect your balance significantly. And then extrinsic. This is important to pay attention to. How is your environment? Do you have poor lighting? Are your floors slippery? Do you have uneven surfaces? Check that out today. Look around your house. Are there things that affect my balance? And then here's a big one. Inadequate footwear. What are you wearing around the house? I would encourage you to wear tennis shoes, ideally, because they're stable. They're very stable, as opposed to wearing maybe some other form. Now, being barefoot is helpful, or be careful with socks, because if you step into an area that may be slippery, again, just be mindful. And then clothing. I don't know if you all saw the Academy Awards, but I forget the name of the actress. She had this beautiful gown. It was gorgeous, but it was really long. And she stepped on it. Did you all see this? And she stumbled. And thank God she caught herself. And that's a very athletic movement. She caught herself and was able to continue walking. So, again, stumbling is normal, but the key is to catch ourselves. And so let's dive in a little bit more in depth. So remember I talked about Suzelle? Look at this guys. I mean, this is unbelievable. I think when she took this picture, she was 77, 78 years old. I have a video I want to share with you because it's super inspiring, okay, about Suzelle and what she's doing now with her fitness. So let me cue that up for y'all. But before I go to that, does anybody have any comments or questions that you want to share about? By the way, look at your scoring. Did anybody have any questions on your little assessment, your little balance test? Anybody have any questions at all? Tanya, I saw you're off mute there. Did you want to ask a question? Okay. Everybody good? Give me a thumbs up if you're okay. Everybody good? Okay. If questions come, please don't hesitate. You guys are doing great. Okay. Let me show you this video. It's about 4 minutes long, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you a way to test your balance all the time, a physical test that you can perform. Okay? So hang on one second. I think this is it. Hang on one sec, guys. I got to close this. There we go. Okay. Okay, here it is. All righty, guys, hang on. Here we go. There it is. Okay, hang on for Suzelle. And here we go.
I started dancing 70 years ago. That's right, 7 decades, as everybody says. Everybody thinks that ballet is a very short career. And I really thought that I was going to be finished in my 20s. And so now it seems amazing that I am still dancing at 77. Apparently people think I'm unusual. I love children and I love them to enjoy ballet, and I know some of them will not continue forever, but I think ballet teaches more than just dance. It teaches them respect for each other.
For Miss Poole to teach us, she looks like it's like so easy, but it really isn't. Well, she's just like a great dancer and someone that I can look up to and someone who like I want to be like when I'm older. No matter how young or old you are, you can still, do the things that you love. She has been dancing for so long. She really inspires me.
In London, during the war, we always went to the ballet and I always loved it. And I really wasn't very talented or the right build or anything. The main thing is that I had wonderful teachers. Ballet is my life. My husband was my life, but I don't have him. But he always encouraged me. He always thought I was a good dancer. And it's always been ballet. That's been my main love. I provide entertainment for them because they can't go out. I think they relate to me because I'm probably older than a lot of those people. And I like doing it. And I always try to take children along. I hope I give a message to the children. Life is too short not to do what you want to do. Whether it's painting or ballet or yoga, whatever they really love to do, it's never too late. So start doing what you love doing now.
Oh my goodness. Isn't that amazing? I just loved, in fact, when I was watching it, you guys, it just got me emotional seeing
That's amazing.
children coming into the senior home.
Yes.
Isn't that beautiful? Really lovely, really lovely. So hear what she said. It's
Beautiful.
never too late. Never too late. I'm so proud of every one of you that are here today, because what you're seeing by being here is you really want to live life. I mean, that's why we train. That's why we exercise, is so that we can.
It's true.
Hiking. We can. I mean, maybe you want to start ballet dancing. It's never too late, guys, to start. Never too late. I see Eli laughing. Eli, I could see you. I could see.
Yeah.
I could see Drew doing it. I could see Rachel doing it. So, whatever it may be, Alfredo, I could see you totally doing ballet, my man. So, yeah, I'll call.
Yeah, Sean.
Yeah, Betty.
Sean, I have something. I have something to add. Before the pandemic, I would take my granddaughter to dance class. Eventually, I got all the dance moms. We go outside on the lawn, and we would put together a little mini routine. So every time they would visit the nursing homes, they would have the parents perform. And I'm pretty sure we're on YouTube under Fantasia moms or Fantasia students.
Oh my gosh.
And it was awesome because I took the older moms. We had one grandmother of 78, and we would perform. They would let us perform at the nursing home after the children. The children were all ballerinas.
Oh my God.
And the moms come out and we close the show. So that was the highlight of my dancing career. Loved it.
Oh my gosh, Betty.
Loved it.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Please let us know. I want to see that YouTube. I definitely want to see that. We need to share that with everybody.
Yes. Until you perform at a nursing home for elderly people that appreciate just the company, just the visitors, it leave a lasting memory in your heart, you know?
Absolutely.
We didn't do it for the money or the fame. We did it for entertainment.
Exactly. And what a beautiful sense of purpose, right? Right? I mean, a sense of purpose to give back to others. I mean, what a
yes.
Thank you, Betty. Thank you for
yes.
Great example.
Very much so.
That's awesome. Okay, let's dive back in, guys.
I made a difference in the life of, someone.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. You just by doing that profoundly, I'm sure, made a difference in those folks' lives. So, yeah, I love this picture of Suzelle.
Yes.
Again, guys, think about this. She's like 80 years old here, and look at the balance that this woman has. It's unbelievable. I mean, she has the physical balance of an 18-year-old, or better than an 18-year-old. And you know what? The reason why she has such good balance?
Yes.
Because she moves. That's the only reason why, is because she performs movement. So the ballet movements that we did earlier, let's talk about that. Let's talk about how do we incorporate that into our day. Here's another picture of her. Look at how beautiful. Look at her legs, you guys. Look at how strong her legs are. Just to be able to stand up on point like that is I can't do that. I mean, that's amazing. Again, she was obviously trained over the years, but I love the story. Okay, you did this motion, guys. This motion that this young lady is doing, but look at what she's done here in this picture. She's not holding onto a chair. She's actually on a surface that's a little bit rougher than the floor, a little bit off balanced, right? Like on a rock that's not necessarily, it's stable, but it's curved and it's a little bit, the form of it is different. I want you to write this down. There's two types of balance that we need to be aware of. Two types, okay? The first one is called static balance. I'm going to show you a test that will allow you to check your static balance. And then the other one is dynamic balance. Dynamic meaning moving, when you're moving, like walking. Walking is a dynamic balanced movement. Okay, so let's talk about these real quick. Couple of things. So let's talk about static first. The idea of static balance is really your ability to maintain your center of gravity in a non-moving position. So for example, when you sit upright on the edge of your chair, like right now, guys, do me a favor and sit as tall as you can on the end of your chair, okay? That is a stabilizing motion, just doing that. Bring your shoulders down. Make sure that you're nice and relaxed. Take a deep breath for me. Inhale and exhale. Just sitting upright like this is a balancing motion for our upper body. Now, watch your posture. I've done this with myself. Watch your posture when you're watching television or when you're just relaxing. Typically, we're like into the couch, right? We're really not balancing. But if you want to just work on your balance when you're seated, just sit upright, roll your shoulders back, look straight ahead, tighten your tummy, and stay right in that position. Now, the benefits of this type of training, static, I'm going to show you in a moment, is to prevent falling. It allows your ability to sit upright. It improves your neuromuscular control. It's your brain working with your muscles. Teaches your body to stay stable. Healthy posture. Suzelle, probably some of the best posture I've ever seen is from gymnasts and ballet dancers. They have the best posture. Do you notice when they walk? Beautiful. Their shoulders are down and relaxed, as opposed to a lot of us have our posture compromised over the years, which we can correct, by the way. Okay, here's a test. So I'm going to have you stand up, guys. I'm going to give you a little balance test. Go ahead and stand up. You're going to love this. All I want you to do is I'd like for you to put your hands on your hips, just like this gentleman's doing in the picture. And then I want you to raise your right knee up, standing on your left foot. Okay, now again, you may feel like your balance is a little bit off. That's okay. Just hold that position. Good job. And put your foot down. Now let's do the other side. Let's do the left leg now. Be careful. Be careful, Alfredo. Good job. Okay, hands on hips. Bring the other leg up. Bring the other leg up. Now your right foot is down and your left foot is just off the ground a little bit. Bring it up about 6 inches off the ground if you can. Good job. And down and relax. Okay, now, good job. Here's your test. I want you to put both feet on the ground. Now take your hands and put them below your waist, by your side, your hands down by your side. I'm going to give you a test, and what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to raise your knee up try to bring your knee up to about parallel, almost waist level, and put your hands down by your side, okay? Now don't do it yet, don't do it yet. I'm going to say when to do that, okay? But I'm going to throw a little bit of a wrinkle at it. When I say go, I want you to close your eyes. Okay, now I want you to be careful when you do this, because what it's going to do is going to compromise your neuromuscular control. You're going to feel a little bit of off balance. Okay, so please be careful when you do this. But I just want to show you what happens when our balance is compromised. Okay, hands down by your side. Raise that right knee up. And I want you to keep your body nice and straight. And don't move, and close your eyes. Good job. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Good job. Well done. Okay, put your foot down. Now we're going to do it the other side, and this is what I want you to do. This is the test. Hands are going to be down by our side. The moment you move, the moment your head moves, the moment your shoulders move, your test is over. I want you to count how many seconds you can stand on one leg with your eyes closed. Okay? Now, here's what we're going to do. Let me show you first. Hands are going to be down by our side. I'm going to raise my left knee off the ground. I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm going to try and stay stable. The moment I move, my test is over. Okay? So count how many seconds you can stay stable while you're in this position. Okay? Everybody ready? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Thumbs up? Good? Okay, guys, here we go. Hands down by our side. We're going to put our weight on our right foot. We're going to bring our left knee up, and we're going to close our eyes now and start the clock. The moment you stumble, the moment you move, your test is over. Okay? Good job. Good job. Now, most of you moved pretty quickly. I did too. Let me show you. Go ahead and stay standing. Let me show you your results. Here's what our balance age looks like. If you're able to stay for 4 seconds, your balance age is about 70. Notice the longer that you hold that position, the younger your balance age is. So look at this, guys. If you held that balance age for 28 seconds, your balance age is 25 to 30 years old. Here's the key. Here's the key. You can improve your balance by just doing this motion. So this is what I want you to do. Everybody stand up for me again. And I'm going to show you an exercise I want you to do today, tonight. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to train for the next 4 weeks how to improve our balance. And this is all you need to do. Pretend you have a toothbrush. Okay? In fact, if you have a pencil or a pen next to you, grab that pencil or pen and just pretend it's your toothbrush. Okay? Tonight, when you brush your teeth, this is what I want you to do, guys. The moment you pick up your toothbrush, I'm right-handed. I'm going to put my weight on my right foot and I'm going to raise my left knee. I'm going to raise my left knee and I'm going to brush my teeth. Now, you may feel a little bit off balance. That's okay. You can also put your hand on the chair, but 30 seconds, if you can hold this position for 30 seconds, brushing your teeth, pretend to brush your teeth. Good job. You're halfway there. That's 15 seconds. If you get tired, you can put your foot down, but try to hold it for 30 seconds if you can. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, left foot down, left foot down. Put your toothbrush in your left hand. Good. And now we're going to raise the right leg up, and we're going to brush our teeth with our left hand. That's fun. That's going to be challenging. Now, again, guys, you may feel like you need to put your foot down after 5 seconds. That's okay. If you put your foot down, just go right back up again. Try this. I promise you, doing this exercise, I've seen this happen over and over and over again. Just doing this balance exercise profoundly changes an individual's balance age. Okay? So, a couple of other things I want to show you real quickly. Dynamic balance. Stay standing just for a second because I want to show you how to test your dynamic balance. Now, dynamic balance is when you walk, when you're moving, when you tie your shoes, when you pick up a newspaper, when you step over an object, when you kick a ball. These are all dynamic movements. This requires balance. So let me show you a test that you can do. This is called, I'm going to send this to you all just so you have it. It's called the 4-stage balance test. I'll send it to you. In fact, Catherine and Crystal and Steph, I'll get it to you guys today. This is a really simple test, but it's a great one. All you'll need is a stopwatch or your phone. You can use your phone just so you can actually start and stop on your clock. What you're going to do is basically the first test, and I want you to try this with me, is put both feet as if these were my feet side by side. Okay, just so they're touching. And I want you just to stay in that position. Okay? Now, I'm going to take you through a couple of positions as you do this. Try to stand in each position for 10 seconds ideally, if you can. Now, we're going to put our arms out away from our body. Try and hold that position. Ideally for 10 seconds, just staying here. Okay? 10 seconds. Now, again, if you don't move your feet, well done. You would score yourself a 10. Okay, now, I want to change the position. I want to put your arms above your head now, above your head. Try and hold your position. You may feel a little compromised now with your balance. It's okay, but stay. This is an exercise, guys, just standing here, just like this. Good. Okay, now what I want you to do, bring your arms down, and I want you to make some big circles, big arm circles. Good. Go forward. Good job. Now, again, that's going to compromise your balance. Try and stay stable with your feet. And then now I want you to back it up. Same thing. Stay balanced. This is a balancing exercise. Again, if you can do that 10 seconds in each position, excellent. Now I want you to put your right foot forward, just like in this position here, guys. Right foot forward, left foot on your instep. So place on your instep, one foot so it's touching the big toe of the other foot, and just stay there. Okay, now again, let's try it. Hands out to the side. Good job. That's all right. Good job. Way to catch yourself. Or arms above our head. This is the most challenging position. You may feel this in your back as you hold it. And now let's go ahead and move our arms. Again, this is a balance exercise, and it's also a test to see how you do. Good. Go behind. Let's go reverse, other motion. Okay, now this one is probably the most challenging one. Now what I want you to do is put your left foot down. I want you to take your right foot and step in front. Okay, so they're stacking. This is called a tandem stance. Place one foot in front of the other, the heel touching the toe. Okay, now you're going to notice your balance is going to be compromised. Let's go out to the side. Good, 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 good. Nice job, guys. Hands above our head. Good work. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That's okay. Again, you're going to notice as you practice this, it'll be much stronger. And then again, rotate the arms. That's probably the most challenging motion. Reverse the motion. Good job. And then the last test is to see how long can you stand on one foot, which we did earlier, but try it again. Hands down by our side. Let's stand on our right foot. Our right foot, bring it off the ground. Hands out to the side. You're going to feel that, a little bit of a challenge. Hands above our head. Uh-oh, there we go. Good job, guys. Good job. And then lastly, moving the arms. This is a great way to test, guys. So Eli asked a really good question. How do we measure our progress? This test in particular is a great way. You guys are great. Good job. Have a seat. Have a seat. Way to go. Way to go. So I love this. This is a wonderful way. I promise you this. If over the next 4 weeks, you do the workout that we did this week and you begin to apply just simply brushing your teeth and standing on one foot, your scores will improve dramatically. So that will be available to you guys. I'll make sure and get that to you. Okay. So you can see all four positions. Again, the tandem stance. That's the sobriety test right there. Now, one other test that we didn't talk about is the walking sobriety test. That's a great test. Arms out, toe over toe. That's a really good way to improve your dynamic balance. So you can do that as well. Okay, let's talk about balancing your nutrition. We've got about, let me see here time-wise. How are we doing? Anybody have any questions? Everybody okay? Good job.
I have a question.
Yes, Charlene.
Yes, so when we're doing the exercise, do you recommend looking at like one spot on the wall, or should we let our eyes move around?
That's really, really good question. You're going to be much more stable spotting. You're bringing up a really good point. So notice Suzelle, the ballet dancer. Did you notice when she was spinning? What spinning does is it compromises our balance. But one thing that dancers are trained to do is they spot. They try to keep their eyes on one location, one spot where when they turn their body, their eyes go right back to it. Same thing, guys. When you're doing your balance testing, try to stay locked on. Now, if you start to move your head, it's definitely going to compromise your balance. But I would recommend when you're doing your test to stay with your eyes on one location. That will help you. Really good question. Really good question. Anybody else have any other questions? I thought I saw another hand up. Eli?
Well, will you be also sending the balance time and balance age list?
Yes, sir. I'm going to send that to you all because that did not get in your original packet. So I'm going to send that to Catherine and the team to get out to you all. It's a really good test. And I'm so glad we're talking about this, guys, because, just doing this for a couple of weeks, you will prevent any type of a slip or fall. At least give yourself much greater ability to overcome that challenge. So I love this topic. Anybody else have any other questions?
I have a question. Hi, I have a question.
Yeah.
I was reading an article and it said that you should try to sit, well, you should sit cross-legged on the floor, and without using your hands and without rocking your body, you should get up in a standing position, and that will supposedly shave off like 5 years of your life that you'll live longer. Is that true? It's hard.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a really, really good question, Susie, that
I didn't mean to say shave off.
yeah, to do that motion for many, that you may feel compromised already because of joint discomfort or swelling or just mobility, right? But it is true that we have two ages. I don't know if you all knew this. We probably haven't talked enough about this. And I do want to talk about it when we talk about your nutrition. You have your chronological age. And in fact, I'd like you to write this down, guys. Write this down. Put birth age, your birth age, right? I'm 58. I was born April 29th, 1964. That's my birth age, okay? That is my chronological age. Write your age down, your birth age, and then you have what's called your body age, okay? What Susie's alluding to is that, and for example, Suzelle, the ballet dancer, she's chronologically 77 or 80 years old now. I think she's 80. That's her birth age, but her body age, oh my gosh, you guys, she's like in her 20s, physically, right? And isn't that amazing? Like you can be chronologically 80, but you could be physically 25, 30 years old. That is possible, to be honest with you. And guess what the key elements are? Number one, exercise. Number one, by far. Now, don't get me wrong. Nutrition is right next to it, right? But you can't be fit and strong without exercise. Now, you can be thin and lean with just you can, but if the two are together, guys, oh my goodness, it's powerful. So that's why I'm so glad that Laciers is allowing us to do these classes, because we're talking about fitness and nutrition and the two together. So, Susie, I hope that answered your question, but it is a good test. It does measure physiological aging, that you actually will be physically younger. It is a good test to work up to. Most of us can't do that, but if you can, some of us have a hard time crossing our legs, just crossing the legs, right? But crossing your legs is showing your flexibility. Standing up without putting your hand on the
Right.
ground, balance and stability and strength. So it is a good way of measuring those elements. But I would be careful starting at, I would definitely put a chair next to you to where you can work your way up to doing it, because the key is you don't want to injure yourself doing something. So start small. Yeah. And Susie, really happy you're with us. Really happy you're with us. Okay, guys, let's talk about balancing our nutrition in the 10 minutes or so we have. Let's talk about it. So one thing I want to encourage you to think about doing is what's called a detox. Now, the term detox has a lot of connotations, but believe it or not, a detox is a way of cleaning your system, removing what are called toxins. Believe it or not, we're going to talk about this. There are toxins in our body that we cannot avoid, unfortunately, and we'll talk about that. But here's the blessing. When you exercise and you perspire, it is your body's way of detoxifying your system. It's making your body to feel cleaner and healthier. It really is. And then the second item I want to mention, when there is a way to detox your body nutritionally, and it's one of the best ways to balance your system. Let me share with you a couple things. So when you think about it, the art of a detox, let me just share this with you. And again, guys, you'll have these notes, so you don't have to write this down, but a detox is your body's physiological process of rendering chemical compounds, hormones, and toxins less harmful. That's really what we're doing. We're trying to get them out of our system. Okay, and let's talk about it. What's in our system? Scientists estimate, guys, that the average adult carries within his or her body at least 700 different toxins in our body. Now, why? Where's that coming from? Well, these pictures are a good example. Environment, pollution, food is a big culprit. For example, the fast food is loaded with chemicals, and there are just certain, when you look at a food label, guys, and you cannot pronounce what is in the food item or the labeling, that is a chemical compound. And so those items are in our body, and it does compromise our health. So one of the best things you can do is detox your system. Now, we're going to talk about this next time. We're going to be doing different strategies like intermittent fasting. How many of you have heard of intermittent fasting? Have you heard of that? It's simply this. If you stop eating at 7 o'clock, let's say you have your dinner and you stop eating, and then you don't eat, you literally don't eat all night long. Obviously, we don't have a snack in the evening. In fact, that's one of the best things you can do is avoid nighttime snacking, because it does affect our system. It does affect our sleep. And believe it or not, you are fasting for, let's say, 8 to 10 hours. That's good. Studies have shown, though, if you were to skip breakfast, and this is really, remember, guys, when we were younger, the most important meal was what? Breakfast. I'm a breakfast guy. I love breakfast. But intermittent fasting, even if you did it 1 or 2 or 3 days a week, profoundly helps your body detoxify. You literally rest. See, that's part of the problem. Our body is under stress all the time. Our organs are working all the time. When you fast, you're giving your body a rest, a vacation. And that's actually a form of detoxing. And let's talk about that. So let's talk about some reasons to detox. And we'll talk about how to detox in a moment. The first one is weight loss. If you want to lose weight, one of the best things you can do is to detoxify your system, to literally allow your body to utilize fat for energy. That's one thing that we do when we begin to stay away. And you may want to write these down, guys. 4 foods, or 4 strategies. Number 1, sugar. Number 1 is sugar. If you want to naturally detox your system and clean out your system, decrease your sugar intake. Believe it or not, Dr. Mark Hyman, who I highly, I can't say enough good things about Dr. Mark Hyman. He's a friend, a colleague. He probably is the leading functional medicine doctor in the world. He's an amazing man, such a sweet man. But if you want to listen to some good podcasts or videos, look up Dr. Mark Hyman, Hyman. He just wrote a book called Forever Young by Dr. Mark Hyman. I highly, highly recommend it. Anyways, Dr. Hyman recommends that, or he says, sugar is more addictive to the system, to our body, than cocaine. Think of that, guys. Cocaine is highly addictive as a drug, but sugar, he believes, is equal or more addictive to the system. So sugar, starch. When I say starch, items like pasta, pizza. Now, don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with those foods, but if we're just eating them all the time, crackers, chips, those kind of items are starch. And studies have shown it basically converts to sugar in our system. Number 3, decrease your stress. So decrease your sugar or avoid sugar completely, decrease your starch, decrease stress. One of the best things to do for stress is exercise. And then number 4, sleep. Sleep. So all S's: sugar, starch, stress, sleep. That is a way to detox your system, and also a great way to lose weight. Great way to lose weight. Second reason to detox: it's a natural way to regenerate and actually restart our organs, like our lymphatic system, our gallbladder, our intestines, our kidneys, our blood, pancreas, liver. Everything works more efficiently when we detox, when we stay away from the sugar, when we get away from the starch, when we eat more vegetables. When we eat vegetables and fruit, it's a natural way to detox our system. So again, helping your organs. Energy, if you want more energy, detox your system. Again, eating really from the rainbow. When we eat colorful foods, Natural foods, that's what we're doing. I love this one, guys. When you detox, when you begin to eat healthy, you're going to begin to see a younger you, basically. But let me show you something. And I'll talk more about this at another time because it's a lot of deep science here. But have you ever heard of what's called a telomere? When you look at the DNA of our body, again, within our DNA structure, there's what's called a telomere. And these telomeres are like shoelaces. Take a look at these tennis shoes, right? When we're young, you can see how clean and beautiful these shoelaces are. Look at the end of the shoelace, guys. Do you see that little end cap? That's a telomere. That little telomere, or that example, is keeping the shoelace from being frayed. Now look at the other shoe. Do you see the end of the shoelace? See how frayed it is? When we get older, these telomeres begin to become smaller or shorter. The longer the telomere is, the younger the cell is. The shorter the telomere is, the older the cell is. So what does that mean? Studies have shown the best ways to keep those end caps strong and long on our cells is to exercise and to eat a healthy diet. By far, if you want to stay young from a cellular level, it really helps by performing, again, detoxing your system with a couple of examples. So let me quickly just go. One other reason is to boost your immune system. Gosh, with COVID and everything we've been through, we all want that. Eating healthy and detoxing your system. It improves brain health, which is wonderful. And then here are two ways I want to show you how to detox. Number one, every morning for the next 4 weeks, this is what I want to challenge you to do. Drink a glass of water with a lemon. Cut a lemon in half. Take the lemon juice, squeeze it in the water, and drink it down. It's called a water lemon flush. It is an immediate way to detox your system. Your system will work more efficiently just by drinking water. Now, drinking water throughout the day, guys, is a natural way to detox your system. It removes everything when we drink water. So best you can, stay away from the diet sodas, stay away from the sugary drinks, drink more water. That's a natural way. You've all heard it. Our complexion is better. Our health is better as we drink more water. Ideally 64 ounces a day, or more. And then the second thing is this month, I just want to encourage you to increase your fiber. Eating vegetables is a natural way. So one thing I will give you a hack. It's called a nutrition hack, a fun tip. For me personally, vegetable eating is drudgery. It's like, oh my gosh, I've got to prepare it. I've got to do this. So you know what I do? Every day, almost every day, I won't eat breakfast. 5 days a week, I don't eat breakfast. So I just eat lunch and dinner. But for lunch, I'll have a smoothie. So if you look at this picture, a lot of these foods I'm putting in the blender. I'm putting almond milk. I'm putting some protein powder in there. I'm adding almonds. I'm adding spinach. I'm adding kale. I'm adding all of these vegetables. And you know what I do, guys? I drink them. I just drink my vegetables. So I'm getting so much fiber. I'm getting so much nutrition, and I'm getting so much ability to really detox my system. So I want to encourage you, think about ways like a smoothie. Try that even for a few days a week and watch what happens with your system. You're going to feel much, much better from a health perspective. So those are a couple of things I want you to practice this month. I hope those are helpful. And I'm going to pause for just a moment to see if anybody has any questions at all.
Yes,
Sure.
I'd like to know if there's any substitution for the lemon juice. Can I use a different citric fruit like orange juice? I mean, not orange juice, because I know orange juice has a lot of sugar in it, but can I have orange instead?
It's a really good question. Unfortunately, lemon has been found to be the most effective. Orange is great. Like you mentioned, the sugar content is much higher in an orange or an apple. One thing we need to be careful with, guys, is juice in and of itself. It's a concentrated sugar. Not that it's bad, but it's a higher caloric content typically. So the lemon is, and to your point, Bernadette, is really, or Jeanette, is really not something that is enjoyable. So sometimes we may want to start with not a half of a lemon, but a quarter of a lemon, and just begin with that, because the flavor can feel, and I would encourage you just to start with a little bit of lemon and then begin to add to it. The research is overwhelming on just using lemon as opposed to other citrus fruits.
I know a lot of people put lemon slices in their water when they go out to dinner or go out to places or just drink water. But for me, it is kind of starts up an acid reflux reaction.
Yeah. Oh, it does. So it kicks in on you.
Yeah. I had another question. What was it? Okay, I have to ask later.
Okay. No problem. Anybody else have a question, Ron?
How much lemon, Sean?
Yes, Eli?
How much lemon?
You know, ideally, if you can get a half a lemon in, that would be fantastic. Many folks have graduated to a full lemon. Some folks have said that, you know, because of the citrus level, that you should brush your teeth afterwards, so just not. But what I would do is swish my mouth with water just to get the lemon or the citrus on our teeth, so it doesn't affect our tartar. So yeah, but Eli, I would start with a quarter, then go to a half. But guys, a lemon water flush is. I had a client of ours. She was saying, "Gosh, Sean, it was hard to start that, but now that I've been doing it for over a few weeks, my body's craving. So every morning they're looking forward to it." Here's something to try too. I'll do this. So I'll take I have coffee in the morning. Most of us have coffee or tea, right? I put my glass right next to the coffee maker. So I'm reminded, okay, before I can have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, I need to go get my lemon water flushing. So try that to remind you to try and get more water in your day. And again, if some of you feel like I don't want to do lemon, don't worry about it, but just drinking more water. That's an immediate detox as well. I see Catherine and Betty and Rhonda's hands are up. Who would like to go first?
Rhonda can go first.
Okay, Rhonda, yes.
Rhonda, please unmute yourself.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I wanted to know with the smoothies, are you putting protein powder in your smoothies or do you just do with the fruit and vegetables?
No, I do put protein in as well. So I add a couple of scoops of protein. Again, you can use soy, you can use whey protein. They're all very beneficial. But I do add, and I also add almonds to.
Oh, okay.
I enjoy that crunch when I'm having that smoothie. Yeah, it's fantastic. So I'm getting a good source of fat. I'm getting really good vegetables. I'm getting a lot of fiber. I also add, guys, cauliflower. Cauliflower is great, especially like the rice cauliflower, the frozen. You add it to a smoothie, it makes it a little bit the texture more, and add ice to it so it has that cooler feel to it. The cauliflower is neutral flavor-wise, so it's really good, really good. So we'll do a class on smoothie prep. I'll show you all how but again, begin to play with having a green drink or smoothie on a daily basis. Even if you got it a couple times a week, that's beneficial.
Okay, thanks.
I see Betty and Catherine,
Catherine.
Yeah, so I had a question about the water. I know that some people put chia seeds or strawberries in their cold water. So does that also promote gut health as well, or like detox benefits at all?
Yeah, so what folks are doing, and you see this oftentimes where folks will flavor their water with fruit, which is good. It's really good. The difference is you're getting fructose, sugar, like there's sucrose, which is found in candy, for example, or fructose, which is found in fruit. It is a sugar, so calorically you're getting more calories with that strawberry, but you're not getting the acidic level or the citrus level that you get with a lemon. That's why lemons have just been found to be superior when it comes to detoxing our system. But again, having strawberry, having watermelon, having celery, having cucumber, these are all wonderful things that you can add to your water. And just be mindful that you are adding calories when you add fruit to your water. Not a lot, but I know a lot of folks don't like water, so they flavor it with fruit. And I think it's a great idea. It's a great idea. It's a natural way to get natural.
So somebody asked if it matters if the water is hot or cold when you put a lemon in.
Yeah, it's a really good question. Some folks have discovered, or some health scientists have discovered, that warm water is better. Warm water is better. It's just at the temperature of your system. So again, I personally like colder water. Your body's going to warm the water up when it gets in your system anyways, but I think having the warmer water allows you to drink it a little bit faster and a little bit easier too. Hot water, again, some people like to have a hot, like a hot lemon water, which is very relaxing. So, which is good. Herbal tea, guys, is a really good way as well. So,
I think Betty's next. Sorry.
No problem. Yeah, Betty.
Thank you. Okay, so Sean, I was in the market, Sean, and I found this rainbow machine. It's the that juice in the juice section. It's a rainbow machine. It has all the rainbow fruits you were talking about.
Oh, love it. I'm not familiar with that product. Could you take a picture of that, Betty, and send it to me? I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
It's in the fruit section, where the fruit and vegetables are.
What's the brand name on that? Let's see.
Really good. Thank you.
Good. I'll look that up.
Naked.
Love it. Yeah, Naked's good brand. Really good brand.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Jeanette had a question. Jeanette, you're on. Jeanette,
first,
please
I
unmute
wanted to
yourself.
comment on okay. First, you talked about, someone asked about brushing their teeth after drinking the lemon. They shouldn't brush your teeth because that will brush away the enamel, according to a dental class I went to. So it's best to just swish your mouth with water. Okay, and then the thing I had forgotten was about that smoothie. Now, for me, I like to eat food. I don't think you're that much into food, Sean. So I would prefer to have all that stuff as maybe a salad or something like that. And so I don't know. I would like more tips on what salad or food to put together to eat healthier. Because I don't like the idea of smoothies so much.
That's
it's
good.
not attractive to me.
That's really good feedback. I think you're absolutely right. I do love to eat. I just discovered as a child, I wasn't a vegetable eater. So I had to train myself. And so it's really I think a hack of getting my vegetables in. But I'm with you. Like, for example, last night, my wife made the best vegetables. It was wonderful. We actually put some really healthy oil on them, but we also we just broiled them and they were delicious. They were so good. So taking the time to prepare, like cook vegetables. And also what I want to do for you all is I'd like to start providing you with some recipes that you can have that will, give you an idea. Like, for example, one thing I do now is I get the cauliflower rice, for example. I'll cook that and use it as a bed, almost like a bed of rice, and then adding chicken to that, or salmon or some other protein. But just adding that and even using flavors on the cauliflower, it really makes a difference on how things taste. So we want to make our food enjoyable. And so, Jeanette, to your point, thank you for that, because it does balance it out. I think for most of us, we love to eat. It's just really taking the time and the planning. Planning is critical, guys. We'll have a class on that, on really how to prepare your pantry, how to prepare your refrigerator for success. So you can easily grab it and it's right there and it's easy to make. So I love it, Jeanette. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Sean, because it's true. Roasted vegetables are so amazing. I did some roasted butternut squash and it is so fantastic. And when you put the different flavorings on it, it's really good. And the buffalo flavored cauliflower, I have to try that. I've seen it in restaurants. I have to try that.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's so,
Buffalo
especially
wings.
if you add your own seasoning to it, it's delicious and it's really healthy, really healthy. It's good. Anybody else have any other questions? You guys are awesome. You've been so.
I have a question.
Yes.
About the smoothies versus eating foods. Is there some science to eating foods where the crunching does something? The crunching. I don't know. It seemed like I read something years ago, but I can't remember. It was crunching or chewing, something psychological, or I can't remember.
I mean, thank you for bringing that up. It is true. So when you think of food, there is a psychological element to it that is significant. For example, let's say I were to take a really healthy meal. Let's say cauliflower, salmon, broccoli. Let's just say that was the meal. You know, we sat down for a meal together, right? And you were to sit down and start to eat and taste the texture of the salmon, taste the texture of the cauliflower and the broccoli, and you were chewing it, you were smelling it, you were tasting it. So there's a huge texture and flavor, the psychological absorption of that, right? Satisfied. Then let's imagine we took that same meal and we put it in a blender and we added water and we just spun it up and I gave you your dinner in a glass. Right? I mean, that's really what happens when you think about drinking your meal. Or put it this way, when we're distracted, like I don't know for you all, I have done this where I will eat a meal in front of the television set and I don't even realize what I ate. So sometimes we can be so distracted from our food that there's a psychological element that we are up in the cupboards after dinner looking for something to eat. And usually we've missed the texture, the flavor, and the psychological enjoyment of the food. And we'll talk more about this, but there is a difference between hunger and appetite. Hunger is the logical need for food. So if you drank your salmon or you drank your broccoli, you're physiologically satisfied. You should be. Same nutrients. There's no difference. But what's missing is the psychological enjoyment, the psychological benefits of eating and enjoying and absorbing your food. So I agree. 100% with Jeanette and 100% with what you're bringing up, Charlene, that we really need to slow down when we eat. Because a lot of times we eat super fast and we don't even feel like we've really eaten. We just kind of feel like we drank our food, right?
I have a story with that. My mom taught us to chew our food like 50 times, right? Before we swallow.
Yeah.
And we were kids. But honestly, it's like, I think she's in the room with me and I don't say it out loud, but I take a while to eat. So my daughter and I went to dinner and because I eat slow and she would say to me, "Oh, Mom, so," and I'd look or whatever. And then honestly, I turned back to eat my food and I thought, did I eat that? She was stealing the food off my plate. She goes, "Mom, we will be here and we will have to wash dishes because you eat entirely too slow." I said, "But my food is digested. I'm enjoying my food. It's savory." Versus some people just inhale their food and the brain doesn't even have a chance to understand what's going on. And that's how people overeat because the brain even can't catch up because they eat so fast. But I like to take my time and chew my food and taste the flavor. It's the psychological and the nutritional combined together. That's what I told her.
Charlene, you're 100% right. And what you're referring to, I'm actually going to do a training with you all on the emotional, psychological aspect of food. And believe it or not, it takes the brain approximately 20 minutes. There's a mechanism in the brain called the apostat, and we need approximately 20 minutes for it to trigger to feel satisfaction. So for those of us that I also am a slow eater, typically, not always, but typically. And I've discovered when I eat slow, mindfully, savoring everything that I'm consuming, I feel satisfied. But when I'm quick to eat and really distracted, I feel very dissatisfied, wanting something else to eat. So we can consume a lot of food after our meals. So one of the key elements is to slow our food intake, our food eating down. And we'll talk more about that. But Shelley, thank you for that. That was really.
I had one smaller thing. I'm entering a nutritional class through my primary care doctor, and I was inquiring about doing something metabolically, where you eat more protein and then you drink these drinks or something. And it also keeps your skin from becoming flabby for this particular metabolic thing. Do you know anything about that, or?
No, I'm curious. I think what they're referring to, I mean, there's no question that our skin, which is the largest organ in our body, right, is when you think about it, our body and our system, when we look at the macronutrients are obviously carbohydrates, protein, fat. Micronutrients are really our vitamins and our minerals. Think about that, guys. When we have a healthy diet, we really talk about macro diet or macronutrients, but we don't talk enough about the micronutrients, which are the vitamins and the supplementation of our digestion, our absorption of food. So really one of the best ways to keep our skin young is not only just drinking more water, but consuming, like you see on this table here in this picture, like healthy food, like the way God designed it, right? Not from a factory, but from a forest. Big difference, right? Big difference. And having more produce in our day. And you're going to feel more satisfied. I promise you, if you have a salad a day, at least one salad every day, at dinner time, for example, or lunchtime, you're going to feel more satiated, more full. So there is research to show, and if you looked at individuals that have younger looking skin, typically their diets are healthier. Typically, there's a genetic element to that too, but water and a healthy diet significantly helps with our skin. So I would highly recommend, eating healthy and detoxing your system with water. Really good.
Thank you.
You bet. Hey guys, one thing, I know we're running out of time, but I just wanted to share with you a couple things just in summary. Focus on foods that fuel you, like fruits, like vegetables, like whole grains, like those items that really are going to serve you. I would encourage you to move daily, whether it's walking or doing a balanced movement. The workout, I'm going to just remind you to do your workouts of the week that you can download in the information. And then from a mindset, let's just think about how we can really balance our lives with balancing exercises and balancing our diet. Now, am I saying that you can't have a piece of dark chocolate or you can't have something that you really enjoy? No, not at all. But if the majority of your diet is healthy, it's going to serve you well. It really will. As opposed to, the 80-20 rule, right? 80% of our diet is really healthy, really good for me. And then there's that 20% on occasion I'm going to allow myself. That's okay. Again, some people are more 90-10, whatever works best for you. But be gracious to yourself. Remember, guys, it's important. It's important to start something like a new health behavior, but make it doable. I think I have some friends of mine that every year they go on a new diet, and it's typically like a keto diet. I'm nothing wrong in a sense with the keto, although there is some research coming out that we're a little concerned about, that raising blood pressure and heart risk factors. But anyways, this friend of mine will always want to lose weight, and he usually loses about 30 pounds. Every year he'll lose 30 pounds, and then he'll be lean and thin, but he's not exercising. And we talk about it all the time. I said, I really want to encourage you to don't go for the extreme. Don't go for like, I'm just going to do this for the next 30 days and then I'm going to be done with it. Think about how you can make it nourishing to your life. And I love what Charlene brought up and Jeanette and others have brought up about, gosh, I really want to bring the enjoyment into my day and my life. So that's what we need to do, guys. That's a part of health as well. Really want to savor life and savor the things in our life. So I know it was a lot today. I know we covered a lot of ground. Thank you so much for being with us today. You guys are awesome. Remember, your balance workouts are in that packet, that little PDF that you can download. We have those workouts available to you. And I just want to encourage you, try to do something every day, guys. A little bit of movement, even if it's 10 minutes, that's a little bit of movement is better than no movement. That's really the key, right? So with that, any closing comments, guys? Anybody else have anything to share?
I just want to say thank you very, very much. This was an excellent Zoom call. Very, very informative.
Thank you. I'm so glad you were able to join us, and really want to encourage you, Susie, and everybody else that, for the next 4 weeks, let's just think about implementing one idea today. One idea. It could be, I'm going to brush my teeth and do the balance exercise. That's it. And that would be a huge success, guys, if you took that and ran with it. Or maybe it's more on the diet side. I'm not sure where for you, but please let us know.
From Gladys Diener. I have watched many, many Zooms. This is my first with you guys. I have watched many Zooms I do one from Cal Fresh from the Senior Center. This was the most wonderful, the greatest put together, was 2 hours. Wonderful, wonderful information. I can't wait to tell people about this, including the groups I'm already in. What a wonderful group this is. Unbelievable. You're fabulous. And I hope to be back here again next month.
Send
You're
your check,
wonderful,
send your
wonderful.
check in, send your check to Sean Foy.
Oh my God, you guys are awesome. I'm so glad. So sweet. Very, very much appreciate that. We're just thankful. Thank you to the Lacers folks that are really sponsoring this class and this program. Guys, we got some cool plans coming your way. So please let us, don't hesitate to jot us a note. We want to make sure that folks know that you guys are enjoying this time together, and we'll keep it going. So it's fun. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. With that, guys, I'll make sure and please come see us next month, but over the next 4 weeks, I'll be shooting emails out. If you're not in a small group and you want to be in a small group, let us know. Okay, either Betty or Catherine. I shot you my email here. Please feel free to communicate with me. I don't know if Rachel's on the call still. Is Rachel still there? But I owe Rachel. Rachel, you were so sweet. I read it. Thank you so much, sweetie, for Gladys, like you just shared. It's so nice to hear how this class is impacting you all. And so please don't hesitate. Shoot me a note. I'll pass it on. Thank you. Thank you. It really means a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Big shout out to all you guys. And thank you to the guys. We had 4 guys today.
Thank you, Sean.
That's awesome. Thank you, Betty.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome, guys. Have a wonderful week, guys, and a wonderful month. I'll see you live next month, but I'll be in contact with you all via email as well. Okay. Take
Sean,
care.
did you finish?
Okay, thank
Sean, did
you.
you
Be
finish?
safe out there in the rain.
Yes, please be safe.
Sean, did you send us your email?
I did. It's I put it in the chat. It's Sean, which is SEAN at personallyfit.com. Oh, you know what? Sorry. I sent it to Rachel. Hang on one second. Should go to everybody. Here we go. Yeah, so please don't hesitate. Shoot me a note. .com. There we go. Sean at personallyfit.com. Yeah, I'd love to hear how you're doing, guys. I'd love to hear, hey, Sean, I'm on my first week and I've got 5 out of 7 days that I did my brushing my teeth and my balance movement. That's music to my ears. That is, love to hear that. Love to hear, hey, I found myself eating more vegetables than I'm consistently doing. So if we do that, guys, every week, my goodness, 2023 is going to be a really healthy year for us, right? So you guys are the best. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you all next time, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Kath.
you, everyone, for coming.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you, Sean.
You guys.
Thanks, Sean. I would love it if you could share with us some fat, sugar, and salt substitutes that aren't cancerous. Those are always the biggest problems for me.
Yeah, well, Jeanette, we'll do a class on fat. There's such a really an array of healthy fats. Like almonds, for example, are a healthy fat. Avocados are a very, very healthy fat. And so what I'll do, I'll make sure we categorize that because I think recipes are going to be a key factor for. We need to have healthy alternatives. And to your point, it's good, right? That's what we need. We need that. So. Yeah. Hey, Catherine and Betty, for you guys, hey, I thank you. Just thank you guys for allowing us to do this.
We're good. Thank you, Sean, so much.
Thank you.
Okay, bye all. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean,
Yes.
this is